Hello guys, it is me again, it's HorrorFan34, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to day 2 of this Thankskilling 10-day challenge that was created by Brother Peanut Butter. I love that username, by the way. I love that name. It's a very creative name. Really enjoy that username quite a bit. So, if you don't know this challenge, basically what Brother Peanut Butter did is he created a challenge where for 10 days for November, for the month of Thanksgiving, he created this thing called the Thankskilling challenge, where basically for 10 days from the 12th to the 22nd, you review one horror film per day, and it's a different kind of horror film with each day. So with day 1 being a slasher film, now day 2 is a creature feature. And I figured I'd review this one, because I feel like, because I don't think I've reviewed this film yet, because I was going through, because I reviewed a lot of other creature films, like when I was doing my month of October marathon for Halloween. You know, I reviewed Bats, I reviewed Slither, and I reviewed many other creature features. But I didn't see this one, so I'm like, hey, you know what, this would be a good creature feature to talk about for this 10-day challenge. So of course you can tell by the title, that review is going to be on The Relic. Now, The Relic was a film that was released in 1997. Now, I know for, I think most people, like, around this time, like, get this movie, because I know Mimic came out the same year as this, came out around the same time, so I think a lot of people, like, get this and Mimic confused, because I think they came out roughly around, like, the same time, because they were both 97. But The Relic is basically a film, basically you have Penelope Ann Miller, and Tom Sizemore, and you also have Peter Hyams as your director. Now, Peter Hyams as a director, I really do enjoy. I think I did a top 10 Peter Hyams films list, and this was on there, I believe. And Peter Hyams as the director, I really do love him. I really do love him as a director. He's one of my personal favorite directors. I love all of his work. I really enjoy End of Days with Arnold, Time, Cop, and Sudden Death are two of my favorite Van Damme films. Really enjoyed this film. Really enjoyed 2010. Really enjoyed Stay Tuned with John Ritter. Outland with Sean Connery. I mean, just going through. Running Scared, that's a fun buddy cop film with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. So Peter Hyams has done a lot of really good films, and this is another one of them, in my opinion. The Relic, basically, it's a creature feature film that I really do enjoy, because I like the whole idea where it takes place in a museum. And I really like that kind of idea for a horror film, because, a horror film taking place in a museum, and it's a creature feature film that takes place in a museum. And you have two very solid lead characters in Penelope Ann Miller and Tom Sizemore. It even got 2 thumbs up from Siskel and Ebert, so 2 thumbs up for this movie, which is pretty cool. And on top of that too, this is a film too. It's one of the main reasons why I really enjoy this film as a creature feature film is that I like the idea, like the premise that it's in a museum. I think it's an interesting idea for a horror film to be taking place in a museum, especially being a creature film. Because you can definitely tell this film, like, you can tell the money was really, really, really well spent on the film. It looks really, really good. It's beautifully directed. You can definitely see the money that was put on the big, like, this is like, you can tell the money was really well spent, because the design of this creature, it's a really good mixture of practical effects with some decent CGI effects. And of course, on top of that, too, you have the late great Stan Winston doing the creature effects. I mean, Stan Winston, may he rest in peace. I really do miss Stan Winston. Pumpkinhead, many others. This film just has a lot going for it. It's a really fun creature feature film with a very interesting idea that takes place in a museum. You have 2 very solid lead characters played by Penelope Ann Miller and Tom Sizemore. Stan Winston doing the creature effects. I like the design of the creature. It's a good mixture of practical effects with some decent CGI. Like I said, I love the whole idea that it takes place in a museum. The money's really, really well spent. It's a beautiful looking film. It's directed very well by Peter Hyams. And this film is just one of the more underrated of the creature feature films, because like when people think of creature features, this one always seems to be forgotten about. And I think this film deserves a lot more credit, because I know for some reason I always think that horror films from the 90s get a bad rap, but there are a lot of good horror films. I can give you a bunch of horror films in the 90s that I enjoy. Candyman, The Mangler, this film, Event Horizon, Deep Blue Sea. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Wishmaster. That's another good one that was from the 90s. So there are some really good 90s horror films, and I think this is one of them. And on top of the two, I really enjoyed Mimic as well. I almost forgot about Mimic. But I think The Relic is a lot of fun. It's a really fun creature film. It's directed very well by Peter Hyams. I love the look of the creature. I love the whole setting in the museum. Very solid cast, especially these two leads right there, especially the two leads. And overall, it's a really fun creature feature film that you have to check out if you haven't seen it yet. So that is pretty much it for my review for The Relic, and thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, take care.